Hey guys, it's Coach Martinez, a PE teacher at Lives Elementary in Irving ISD. As you can see this week, we are going to be demonstrating, that means to show, key elements in manipulative skills. And we're going to be using our feet this week, striking with our feet. Right here it says striking with a body part, and specifically that body part this week is going to be our feet. You guys know that as kicking, and we're also going to learn a little bit about punting. So when we're using those key elements, we're going to demonstrate, which means to show. The key elements are like the main parts, and it says we should do manipulative skills. That means to like move or change something, to manipulate it. So this week, we're going to be striking. Now, striking is a word that means to swing something and make contact. You might have a baseball bat and swing and make contact with that. Or you might have a golf club and you swing the golf club and you hit something, you make contact. Well, this week, we're going to be looking at swinging and making contact with our feet. So, seeing that, things like kicking with your foot, or something called punting that we'll look at in just a moment. So when we are kicking, you're going to use these key elements. Step with your opposite foot, like we learned last time, stepping with our opposite foot to throw. Same thing with kicking. We're going to step forward with our opposite foot, be able to kick with our dominant foot, the foot that you are best at. Then you're going to point your toe down to the ground. You're going to use what's called your power spot, which is the laces on your shoes. Where you tie your shoes, the front part there on your shoe is called the laces. So when we're kicking, we're going to step with the opposite foot, point our toe, and then swing our foot forward, making contact with our laces. I'll show you that in just a second. Let's also look at punting. Punting is when the ball is already in the air, you drop it, and then you kick it while it's in the air. You might see this in football. To get the game started, they usually do like a kickoff, a punt, to get the game going. So that's what a punt might look like. When we do that, all you have to do is step forward with your opposite foot, take the item or the ball or whatever it is that you're going to be punting, hold it in front of you, and you're going to drop it. Now before it hits the ground, you're going to swing your foot and make contact in the air without letting it touch the ground. It would be like this: step, drop, kick, or swinging that foot. Stepping with opposite foot, drop, kick. Now, I want you to find an object in your house, something kind of easy like a grocery sack, or if you have something like a scarf or a sock or something like that, that would be kind of nice and light and floating. Hurry, go find it. Go now. Once you have your item, I want you to kind of gather it like a ball. Yeah, it could just be a piece of paper, might be a grocery sack, like I said, or something soft. Let's practice punting. Hold it in your dominant hand. That's the hand that you write with. For me, it's this hand. Now I'm going to step forward with my opposite foot, the foot that's on the other side. Hold the ball out in front of you, and once you drop it or let it go, you're going to swing and make contact and try to hit it before it touches the ground. 2 feet together. Ready? Step, drop, kick. And you should make contact. I actually did. So pretty good. Let's practice again. Get your item, your ball. Make sure it's in your dominant hand. That's the hand that you write with. Now, with your opposite foot, step, hold it out, drop, kick. Woohoo! That's punting. I want you to practice that a few times here in just a minute. Now let's look at the key elements of kicking. You can also use the same item, so like the grocery sack or whatever, just kind of wad it up into a ball. Or if you have a real ball, you could do that too, no matter what size. Make sure it's something kind of soft if you're going to practice while you're inside. So let's look at kicking with our foot. I'm going to use a soccer ball just to show you so you can see it a little bit easier. Start with 2 feet behind it and the ball in front of you. When you are ready, take a step. Then you're going to point your toe towards the ground, and you're going to swing and make contact with the laces on the ball. The laces are the top part of your shoe, right here. It's called your power spot. Now first let's practice without the equipment. So we don't need any balls or anything in the way. Just pretend you have an item or a ball on the ground in front of you. Pretend to step beside it. Point your toe and swing and make contact with your power spot, which is your shoelaces. Make contact. Let's try it again. step, point, power spot. Again, 2 feet together to start, step, point, power spot. When you hit with the power spot, you're still pointing that toe, flexing that toe forward, and you kind of swing from the knee. So not the whole leg up here, we're just passing it. Bring the knee, lead with the knee, they call it, lead with the knee, and then swing your power spot, make contact, and then keep your leg following through. Let's try it again. Step, point, power spot. Good, with a nice strong pop. Again, step, point, power spot. Now, let's get our practice item. Again, it could be a grocery bag, kind of wadded up like a ball. Could be paper, could be a real ball if you had a real ball, or a scarf or something like that. Could even be something like a t-shirt. Yeah, you could use a t-shirt. I'll show you how to do that in a second. But let's practice with this item. Step, point. Now try to make contact as you come through with your power spot. Good. Get your item. Let's try it again. Set it up in front of you, 2 feet together. Step beside it. Notice how it's here, my foot's right beside it. Point, power spot, making contact with the top part of your laces, power spot. Now, if you have something like a t-shirt or whatever, it works the same. Step, point, power spot. Just learning to make contact, to actually touch and hit that item. If you have something like a scarf or socks, something lightweight, step, point, power spot, and make sure you're keeping that foot pointed even when you finish. Now, after you get the hang of it, let's add it to a real ball. Maybe you have a real soccer ball or basketball or some kind of bouncy ball, playground ball they call it, or just anything that's round. Or really, you can just use anything that's soft. So think like a stuffed animal, a toy, a pillow, something kind of similar to the same size as a ball, even if it's a little smaller, a little bigger. You don't want your giant pillow like this. That might be a little bit hard. But if that's what you got, hey, that could work. So I'm gonna use a soccer ball just to show you, and let's practice again. Make sure wherever you're striking is something safe that you can hit. For me, it's the gym wall, so it's all right if I hit it. Maybe for you, it's the side of a couch or the side of a bed, or a safe place that you can strike that you don't mess up the wall or whatever you're hitting it to. Try to aim it towards something so you don't have to chase it all over the place. Let's try. Ball's in front of me, 2 feet together. Step beside the ball, point, and then power spot. Making sure to keep that toe pointed. Let's try again. Get your item back. Step, point, power spot. Ooh, I kicked it hard enough, it came right back. One more time, get your item, step, point, power spot. Awesome. Now you are going to be practicing this week with some more kicking skills, and we have a game for you about kicking and knocking down items. Make sure you follow the practice below and how to get that set up, and have fun kicking this week. You can kick inside or outside. Just make sure it's something safe that you can use, whether it's a ball or stuffed animal or a pillow or something like that, and make sure you're able to kick inside safely if you're doing that, so you don't hurt other items in your house. Your family might not be too happy with that. So take care of the items that you have. Practice some kicking as well as some punting this week. And have a great week. Don't forget to get some exercise and keep playing, guys.